Hi, Fashion Dolls, and we're back. We're going to try this one more time. Now, hopefully it should add comments on this device right here, because on the other one, it is not adding him at all. And I'm not sure what is going on with Instagram today. They are tripping. So we're going to try it again on this phone and see if it works. But I don't know what's going on with Instagram today because I just tried to add him on my other phone. Let me try it now and see if it'll work. There we are, finally. Please forgive me for all of these technical difficulties that we were having. It was not letting me see you. I can see you and I can hear you now. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Stevie. Happy New Year.
I am doing wonderful, and thank you so much. And you just recently celebrated a birthday, so I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you happy birthday. How did you celebrate your New Year and your birthday?
Thank you so much. It was interesting. At least it was my first birthday celebration, and I'm glad I had it.
Yes, yes. Did you do anything special for the New Year's? And how does it feel to be in the year of 24, or like I like to say 24K?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Everyone wished to. Even people who couldn't make it, they wished to, but it's all the grace of God, and we are happy to be here today. I'm happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to be here in this new year, ringing it in with you. We're like in the middle of this new year, 2024, but we made it. We've been through so much,
Yeah.
but now we are here in a new year. It's like literally pressing that reset button. So, what are you wishing for in this year? You just celebrated your birthday. What's next?
Well, life is good. I wish myself good health. I always talk about good health because if you're alive and you don't have good health, you can do nothing. So I wish myself good health, wish myself more genuine people to come my way, and the business to blossom. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what else are you working on in the year of 2024? Because we know you've been working like crazy with your projects. We couldn't do the interview last week because you said we had some things and we had to reschedule. And today we having tech issues. I couldn't get you on the screen. I could hear you, but I couldn't see you. Now I can see you and then I can hear you. So, what else are you working on in this year of 2024? Any upcoming film
Of
projects?
course, a lot is in the pipeline, and very soon we unveil. So we can't disclose what we have in stock right now, but surely the fans are not going to be bored for the rest of the year. So a lot is coming up.
Yes, yes. So, but that the last time we were here, we talked about fashion. And as you can see, we've done a lot of drastic changes here on the platform. The last time it was very monochromatic, it was very neutral tone, whereas now it's just like boom, an explosion of color, as you can see
Yeah.
behind me. So have your views on fashion changed? Because the last time you were here, you said, I like it very simple. Has what are you expecting in this year, fashion wise, of 2024?
Well, it's crazy out there, and I will really like to commend you for the energy. It's stronger, it's stronger this year. So I'm happy. I'm happy. I would love to encourage everybody to stick to what you believe in. Fashion is life. Fashion is a way of life, and I encourage everybody to to wax stronger in whatever you do. I myself, I keep it very simple and fashionable. Yeah.
And you do. We've seen the photos of you dressed up for your birthday, and they were calling you boss, and you were swagged out for your birthday. Me, you already know my story. He already knows what I'm going to say. I love the drama. He said, I don't like all the drama and the extra and the anti, but for this season, I had to go all out. I mean, sequins, sparkles, glitter. Whereas before, it was very toned down, but I still gave you that.
Yeah.
But this season, I said I have to go all out for the new year. So as the years change, fashion changes. It doesn't stay the same. Like fashion, I think they're going to start doing the runway shows down here in the US in New York sometime next month. And Mick, who I write for UK Magazine, original UK Magazine, she asked me, when are the fashion shows starting? So they're going to start sometime next month in February, all the way up until March, I believe. So make sure you guys are staying tuned on the fashion radar, because the fashion shows are coming, and it's a lot of designers, and it is going to be bananas. So I can't wait to see what is going to be on trend for this season of the year 2024. I know, like what I'm wearing today, which is very Beyonce-esque, shall I say. Her Renaissance tour has definitely been a major influence into some of the styles that I've been wearing this season. So I wanted to pay homage to Beyonce and Farrah Fawcett with the hair and the layers and so many things of today's look. So I know you guys are loving it, and I hope you guys love the other looks that I have coming up as well too. It's so many. So what I predict for this year of fashion is it is going to be something mind-boggling. Whereas now, they now have technology incorporated into the fashions. So I seen on one of the runway shows here, I was watching a clip, and they had the model literally rolling out like you roll out on roller skates. They were rolling out in something, and it was like a LED in the gown. Like, technology and fashion go hand in hand. And I'm super excited to see what this season has in store for 2024. Now, we already know what's coming with the AI technology, so I can only imagine what's going to be coming for 2023. Well, excuse me, 2024 all the way up until 2025. I'm going backwards. We should be going forward, but yes. So it's shocking to me what designers can do with technology. What are your thoughts on the way designers are using technology into their fashion?
Well, from the 31st of December 2023, I felt this 100% energy in everything I do, and I stay very positive with it. So I feel very positive with the year, and I know that things are revolving and everybody is following the trend. So I believe that 2024 has so much in store for us, both in fashion, in fact, in the entertainment industry at large. So everything is revolving, and we should just keep up the energy. And I feel we're making a whole lot of progress in 2024.
And it's so amazing how just one thing can inspire a designer to create something. It can be nature, it can be a chair, it can be the most inanimate things. The materials that designers are using now, we're seeing a lot of uphold material, like you would do with furniture, upholstery. A lot of designers are starting to do that. They're recycling, using recycled pieces and incorporating that into their designs. So like hair products have paraben free, they're going of course have been paraben free. Fashion is being careful as well too, and more so on the safe side. But me, I say push the envelope and be daring. 2024 is the year to be daring. And I said going into this year, I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone and do things that I wouldn't normally do, which I always do. I'm not afraid
And
of it. But it's about, yes, and it's about going at your own, how should I say it? Living it, dressing at your own terms, shall I say? Dressing at your own terms. What works for you might not work for the next person and the next person, but you can always pick up inspiration from somewhere just from watching. And for me, I like to read a lot of fashion magazines. I love to go back in time, because back in time is so prevescent. It's like a time capsule, and it can't be replaced, because for that decade, that era, that item stood. Like I could go back and I could look at Jean Harlow or Marilyn Monroe, or like I said, Farrah Fawcett or Diane Carroll. These women are, or Lola Falana, all of them have had somewhat of an input into the way that I dress. Beyonce as well too. And you guys can clearly see that. So the inspiration comes from somewhere. So for anybody out there, inspiration is everywhere. So Collins, for you, because you sometimes take risks. You like to keep it very simple. Most guys like to keep it very simple. So for you, who are some of your American style icons down here in the USA? Because I'm pretty sure Coleman Domingo is one. He's doing his thing, the color purple, dressing on the red carpet, keeping it very minimalistic. So who's some of your style icons from down here in the US?
If you come to the entertainment industry, I am a very simple person, and I look up to people who are like minds. Someone like Ti. I love Ti so much. I love Ti.
Okay.
I love his style. I love his sense of fashion, and also Jay-Z. Also,
Now, I've noticed that you do
yeah,
something I, that Jay-Z does, and it's the furs. You play with a lot of fur in some of your pieces that you wear. You play with a lot of furs, and that is something that Jay-Z does with some of his suits that he would wear on the red carpet or any event. You will see him incorporate fur into something that he wears. So you said T.I. and Jay-Z. Are there any more?
yeah. I think I will go for the two for now.
Mine's vary because there's so many. You guys have seen me wear so much on this platform, and it's just like, where does she get this? Where does she incorporate the pieces? Okay, you guys know first runner up is Beyonce. Love her. Her Renaissance tour has been one of the major influences into this season's style. So a lot of pieces you're going to be like, that looks almost similar to what Beyonce is wearing on Renaissance, because she's definitely played an impact into just influencing the culture with this concert and this album. Renaissance is a masterpiece. And she's one. I know Rihanna is one of my favorites because Rihanna is so, how can I describe her? She's badass. She doesn't care. She goes at her own terms. She dresses at her own risk, and she just doesn't care. She does it effortlessly. And I'm the type of person that have that same mentality too for fashion. Like, I don't care if I'm late to the party, it's for a reason. I'm fashionably late. I remember one year she showed up at the Grammys and everybody was just getting in the building. And this was back in what, 2015. And they were closing down the red carpet. Guess who was the last person on the red carpet to come up? It was Rihanna. And she shut that red carpet down at the Grammys. I mean, people were just in shock. The gown that she wore was this big pink Giambattista Valley gown, and it looks like she's on the top of a wedding. I mean, she was beautiful, and she had her hair pulled back. So if you guys haven't seen it, go to Google right now and Google that image, Rihanna's Giambattista Valley pink gown. And she showed up at the red carpet, and the press went into a frenzy. Like, they were snapping photos from every direction. She was the last person on the red carpet, and she did it at the Met Gala in 2023. I think they were waiting on her and anticipating her. She was pregnant also, so that was big news. Showed up beautiful in this. I think it was Chanel, because they were honoring Karl Lagerfeld at 2023's Met Gala. But she showed up on that carpet at the Met Gala and shut it down. So two people that I absolutely adore, who are just two women that I absolutely adore. Well, three. There's Grace Jones, there's Cardi B, there's Rihanna, and of course Beyonce as well. Because they're so unapologetic in the way they do it. They just don't care. They come out on their own terms. And for me, fashion is about just being daring and coming into the room with confidence. It's about confidence. You don't let the clothes wear you. You wear the clothes and you bring them to life with your personality. And that's the same for me here when I dress on this platform. I dress because it makes me feel good. And I'm pretty sure that the people watching at home, they are mustering up the courage to do it as well too. It's like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. And now, guess who else is influenced by watching some of the pieces that I wanted to show? My mom. Yeah. So here's the thing though. My mom does not like, because I tend to show a lot of skin. um,
And I'm like, okay, I'm a woman now, so I got to embrace this sexiness. I got to show it off somewhere. And when you hit your 30s, you got to see things differently. So my mom does not like some of the short dresses that I wear. She does not like the off the shoulder. She's like, you and these off the shoulder dresses. I'm like, and I'm a 5'7" girl. So all on me, you're gonna see curves, you're gonna see vavoom, bodacious, all of that. She does not like it. I said, would you wear something like this? She said, no. I remember one time I wore this like midriff and I did the green hair. You guys remember which outfit. And it shocked people because they would have never expected me to wear something like that. So taking risks for fashion, for shock value is something that I do. I love surprising people. I'm a Scorpio, so you don't know what you're going to get. I've always been that way. And out of 7 siblings, I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Out of all of us together, I've always been the one that has been the most daring and the most outspoken, shall I say, the most risk taking. And I don't mind it. I love it. And that would be my advice to anybody in this new year of 2024. If it's a career move, if it's a fashion move, go for it. I know a lot of people uh, want to change up their hair. If it's a hair color, wear a wig, try it, experiment it. You never know. And I've experimented with things. So the thing about fashion is stepping outside of the norm and doing things that you're comfortable with doing. And change can be scary. So for a lot of people out here, it's all about confidence. I see y'all all are coming in. Welcome, fashion dolls. Welcome. We are here with Collins, and we are talking fashion. That is the topic. The last time he was here, I'll never forget what Collins said. He said, I like to keep it simple. And I said, I need some drama. I like a little drama. I like color. So if I'm sitting in that makeup chair and I'm getting my hair, hi, Ish. Shout outs to my girl, Stephanie. Stephanie is going to be coming on the show this month. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. My girlfriend, my friend, my sis, she is coming on the show. I see you, Island Yankee. And I just did my interview with Ish Brown. So make sure you guys check that interview out as well, too. That was a great conversation. We are talking style right now with the style icon, Collins. So for me, fashion is about being fearless. Being fearless, being daring. It's about attitude also too. When you walk into that room, you command attention. And I'm always, you know those memes that go around that say that one family member that's got to show up and outshow everybody. I would probably be that one family member. And you tell if somebody's getting married and the bride is like, don't wear white to my wedding. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to be outshining the bride too. Even though I'm not the mother of the bride or whatever, I wouldn't wear red because they say if you wear red, you done slept with all the groomsmen and stuff like that. So I would probably aim for pink or purple. For me, I know you guys were like, why is she posting all this purple? I did a lot of purple over the weekend. I know. That is my new go-to color because before it was green. Green was my go-to color because everybody was like, it complements your skin tone. Whereas now I'm in love with purple. Purple is my color for the season, which is why we went for purple for this particular season here, because purple represents royalty, and all of us have some sort of royalty inside of us. It's deep down inside of us. You just have to look inside for it. But that's why I went with purple, whereas the previous season, season 17, things were more monochromatic. We stayed in the pink family. We did like a clay or earth tone colors. Whereas now you're getting to see more shine, more metallics, more glitters, more sequins, more dazzle, which is in for this season. It doesn't even have to be a holiday. You can always add some sparkle to your life, into your wardrobe. And there are ways that you can do it. You don't have to go all out with the nails and everything like I did for this season, but I did it because it was time for a change. Whereas before, everything was just mute and neutral tone. Whereas now I said, okay, if I'm gonna do this season, season 18, it's got to be over the top drama, and I have to bring it. You know that expression, go hard or go home. I said I am going to definitely go hard for this season and push the envelope way over the edge. And I think I might have outdid myself, but I love it. I love it. I love a challenge with style and stepping outside of the norm. So that's what I think about fashion. Now, technology. There's AI. There's AI technology. And Collins, I want to know your thoughts because just how we're talking now, I've watched some of your films and you already know which one is my favorite. But it's scary because someone can instantly take your voice and
Yeah.
use it, and you wouldn't even get credit for it. And there's so many actors out here concerned. For you as an actor, because we covered fashion and technology,
Yeah.
what are your concerns on AI and how do you feel about it?
Well, technology will continue to improve by the day, whether you
Yes.
like it or not. You can't actually stop it. It comes with age, something that comes with age. Okay, and the new generation right now are more very smart, and you can't stop them from creating, innovating some new technology, you know. But one thing I will have to add to it is that everybody should be careful out there because um, these days they will impersonate you. They will do a whole lot of things to make sure that they get you in trouble. But if you are wise enough, if you are clever enough, you should be able to know when, just like Stevie, we are talking right now. And if someone else is here, you should be clever enough to know, isn't it?
And the scary part about it is, like some of our favorite artists, you guys know that I'm a big, uh, I talk about Aaliyah all the time. You guys know that I love Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is one of my favorite singers. Somebody can take her voice because she had a voice that was so powerful. That's why they called her and crowned her the greatest voice of all time. Michael Jackson is another one of my artists. They can easily take their voices because each singer has a distinct voice and they can use that voice in a song for another artist. And I've seen that happen, like with Britney Spears. They will take her voice and they will put Christina Aguilera's voice on it. And there's a channel, there's music out here, and you'd be like, wait, this song sounds, I mean, it sounds amazing, but it sounds just like the artist. So just how we're talking right now, how myself and Collins is talking, and Collins is has films that are everywhere internationally, even down here in the United States. You can hear his voice, and they can take his voice and use a soundbite in a commercial or something, and he won't get residuals for it. So actors down here now in the U.S. are making sure that they are taking proper precautions and steps to be like, hey, if you use my voice, I didn't sign anything or whatever, you make sure you give me something for this as well too. And that is very important. So make sure that you are protecting your likeness, like how they can go and let's say for instance, Barbie. You guys know that I've in 2023 I started collecting Barbies, and I have at least like what I want to say 12 in my collection altogether. So someone can take, let's say, Madeline, photos by Madeline. She's one of the photographers for the magazine, Original Magazine UK, that I write for, and she's awesome. Someone takes her likeness and they take one photo of her and they can create a doll in her likeness. You have to be careful with how people use your likeness. Protect your image because it is very important in this business on all aspects. And you could be not getting residuals or anything for the product that you put out there. So be careful with how you use your likeness. That's why if I'm not going to put my name on a product, especially if I didn't sign on it, so no one can't do it if I didn't give the okay to do it. So make sure that you are protecting your likeness, protecting your image in this business, in this industry, especially with AI technology going around, which is scary because you can go and listen to music. Like I said, I'm a big Whitney Houston fan. Somebody can go and take her voice and make a song or create a song, use her voice on another artist's song. So make sure that you are protecting your likeness. That's important as your business. And also own the masters and rights to your music for all of my music artists out there. We've had artists here on the platform. I've even sat down with Dane Smith and we've had this conversation and talked about it as well too. So that's very important, is that you are protecting your likeness, protecting your brand as well. AI is scary, it's so powerful, girl. Yes, mad I'm telling you,
Exactly.
like how I'm talking right now, because I just got through I was texting one of my girlfriends, my sis earlier. Me and her were texting back and forth, and I was going to call her and everything. And how me and her were talking on the phone, our voices, because she knows my voice, I know her voice, they can instantly take our voices and use it on a project. And that happened to artists as well too. That's happened to artists like Sister Nancy. You guys remember I told you guys the story about her and how they used her song in a commercial and she didn't get anything for it. Years later, she literally had to go and take them to court because they used her likeness. So it is very, very important that you are protecting your music, protecting your brand, and just overall protecting your likeness and how people use it. So that's a business tip for 2024 with this new AI technology, because back in the day, we didn't have that. We
Yeah.
did not have that. If you go all the way back to like the 90s, it was beepers, it was two-way pages, it was all of these things, and people had cell phones in the car. Now we've got IG, we've got X or Twitter, we've got YouTube. I mean, YouTube would have been around. I think so. Yeah, YouTube. Uh, we've got Facebook. We've got so many applications, and social media and technology has now improved the way we do things from back then drastically. So, yeah, we didn't have all that back in the day. And as far as music goes, now we've got streaming apps. People are buying vinyls. They're buying the vinyl records, and they still purchase uh, CDs as well too, but now it's about streaming. People are now streaming music versus where you could go in the store and you could put the record under the little scan thing and you could listen to your track like that. And remember those machines as well too. Like, a lot has changed since this AI has now popped up and now is involved in the technology world. So it's scary. So be careful with that and how someone uses your likeness. That's a business tip. Film. Now, film world. What I'm seeing, a lot of directors and producers out here on set with their camera, holding their camera. The scary part is, and y'all gonna trip out over this one. It might sound crazy, like, what is she talking about? But what if robots start filming projects, y'all? How would y'all feel about that?
What?
So it's scary. They already got, listen, in one state, you know how officers, when they get in their cars or whatever, they drive their car. Now they're on these electronic skates. so when I seen it on the news, I'm just like, what in the world? Okay, and if I can go to Sonic's and they can get on skates at Sonic's, these officers right here on these skates and stuff, and I mean the skates light up and they can twirl like they're on the hoverboard, and you guys have seen the hoverboards. So I mean, it's so funny how we went from then to now in 2024. Pretty soon, and I said this the last time with one of my co-hosts, I said cars will probably be flying, and they're just like, well, beat you to it. They're already flying. So I'm kind of scared of a car. And then you can get the cars that drive in autopilot and take you where you want to go. You don't have to do anything. Cruise control, they do all of that for you. So it is crazy how even in vehicles and how we use our computers. I mean, we've got computers where you can literally just walk up to it and touch it. Touchscreen phones, all of these things been around. So it's nothing new, but it's definitely remarkable to see how it has changed throughout the years. So yeah, that's the thought. All right. So before we let Collins go, because we had some technical issues here, I'm not surprised. AI will take over everything that's creative, like photo, films. Yes. Listen, I got sucked into the AI verse. Shout outs to Nali. I don't think you guys have seen her reel that she did with me, but she went and she took a few of my photos. I gave her permission. See, that's how you do it. She did it for me for my birthday, because the black and white photo that she did for my birthday, if you guys seen it in my stories, and I saved it. She took one of my photos, like one of my little beauty shots. You know, I'm always taking beautiful pictures. and she created all of these AI characters. So I'm like, I'm a female, I'm a superhero, this superhero goddess in the AI verse. And she took one of my photos, and one of the photos, I'm just like, wow, that's me. I had like Medusa hair, green Medusa hair. We know Medusa has the snake hair. I had the green dreadlocks. It was beautiful, like one of the Black Panther characters. And then in another one, I had like this smile, like I was very mischievous, and my hair was black. So if you guys have seen it, go to Nali. Nali D, she really, really, thank you again, Nali. And I used one of those for the promo for this season with the purple. I said it fits perfectly because for this season, we are on another level. We are superhuman. We are divine beings and incredible. So she took a couple of them and she made these AI photos, and beautiful. I went and I looked at them and I said, wow, this is me. And some of them I looked unrecognizable, but they were still, how can I say it, unique and just gorgeous.
Someone did
So
something like that
it's
sometime
go
last
ahead, I'm sorry.
year. Someone did
With
something
your
like,
photos?
yes, sometime last year, and I couldn't believe it.
They even did it for Nicki Minaj's album cover. Like her fans went and created for the Pink Friday 2 album, they went and they created the artwork, and she looks stunning. I said, yes, that looks just like her. And mine was the same way. And one of the photos, it really scared me because I was like, whoa, this is what I would look like animated. I mean, same features, same nose. And you guys know that I have those like slanted, somewhat almond-shaped eyes. I have full body lips, full nose, all of those features that I had, that character had. And I say, yeah. And when I showed it to my mom was like, wow. So Nolly, again, thank you, Strange Mind Dark Heart here on the gram. Check out her reel that she did with some of the photos that she made in my likeness. And I said, give me something beautiful for this season. Make me like a superhero. And she did just that. I mean, I had the armor on and everything, but my hair was a different color, but I didn't mind because I'm always changing my hair colors. Who knows what color my hair will be tomorrow? It'll probably be green. It'll probably be red or black. I'm always changing. I'm a chameleon, so you don't know what you're going to get with me. Again, Scorpios, we are the wild cards, and you never know what to expect. I'm a mystery. I'm a mysterious woman, and you don't know what you're going to get with me. So you just have to stay tuned. You can't read my mind because I keep things so private, and that's the thing with us Scorpios. Sometimes we keep it to ourselves. So, and I'm proud. I love it. So we talked about. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's great, Stevie. That's great. I'm following up.
Yes.
And that's the definition of a superstar. That's the definition of a superstar. The confidence, the patience is more important in whatever you do. So you have to wear the confidence and put it out there.
Absolutely. And that's what it's about. Owning it, owning yourself and loving yourself, and more importantly, coming in boldly. Making a change can be scary, but you just got to be fearless at it. And I'm so used to it by now because one of my affirmations that I say when I get up in the morning, I also say with my prayers, is I'm capable of handling anything that comes my way, no matter how big, no matter how small. I always take the challenge head on, and that's how you have to be. Even when you watch game shows like Survivor. We've seen Survivor and how people have to go on that island and find ways to survive. It's survival of the fittest out here. So you definitely have to find ways that work for you, and everybody's way is going to be different. So you're going to have to tackle those challenges head on. And life can be challenging and have so many hurdles and obstacles thrown at you. Like a few minutes ago, I couldn't get Collins on the horn here. I could hear him, but I couldn't see him. So I'm going to try to see what's going on with my IG here, but it worked perfectly on this phone here. So hopefully, if not, we'll be going on this phone. They'll get things worked on so that I'll be able to see my guests and hear them, and you guys will as well too. But this interview turned out perfectly today. So before we wrap up our interview with Collins, because we were playing tag, we were trying to get in touch with each other, time difference where he's at and where I'm at down here in the US, but we finally got it done, and a great interview at that. So Collins,
Yeah.
what's next for you in this year of 2024, and what piece of advice would you give to people for this year, because we made it into this year?
Well, I don't know if you have been following up very well. There is a slogan going on in Nigeria: "No grief for anybody." It means you should try to strive hard, don't give up, don't relent, keep working, keep going. Even when you're discouraged, keep going. That is what it is for the year. And the year 2024 is a year full of energy, and a year you must achieve your dreams unless you don't want to. But if you want to achieve your dreams, keep going, keep going. You're going to achieve it. That's it.
Absolutely. And to add on to what Collins just said, it ties in perfectly. Today's quote is from none other than Queen Bee, Beyonce. She says, "I'm learning how to drown out the constant noise that is such an inseparable part of my life. I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
Anyone?
I only have to follow my heart and concentrate on what I want to say that the world wants to hear." And that comes from Beyonce, Queen Bee. So focus on what makes people happy and what brings people joy. And most importantly, it starts within yourself. Like I had my conversation when I did my interview with Ish Brown last week. We talked about self-love, self-discovery, and loving yourself. That is key and impartial to having confidence. It all begins within, which is what me and Collins just talked about in today's show, which is confidence and coming in boldly. It can be scary, but confidence is not like a, how can I say it? What's something that you can just use and it'll go away? Confidence is not like a napkin. You can't just wipe and it'll just go away like that. You can throw it away. No, it takes time to build it up. And for a lot of people, it's conquering all of your fears, all of your insecurities, all of the things that you know that make you feel bad. It takes strength as well too. So coming in confidently, coming in boldly, it takes a lot of guts. And you got to follow your gut instinct and intuition, because it can never lead you wrong. And that is my final thought of the day. Fashion dolls. All right.
That's correct.
So
I don't know. Did I tell you look beautiful when we started?
what were you saying? I couldn't hear you.
I said, did I tell you you look beautiful when we started?
Thank you, Collins. No, you didn't, but thank
You
you.
look so elegant. Very beautiful. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You're so handsome. And I would definitely love to have you back on again in the spring. I know you can't talk a lot about what you have going on. I know you're working on some things. So you guys just have to hang tight and follow Collins. Where can everyone follow you?
So, sometime in the middle of the year, we can still do this again. And I know by then, a lot of things must have, come up, and we'll have a lot to talk about.
Absolutely. And I can't wait. We got to set this up again in the future, and I can't wait to chat with you again. It's always a pleasure. You and Kennedy, keep doing your thing. Kennedy and Collins are both amazing actors in the Nigeria area, because you guys are touching down here in the United States. Your work is touching down here in the United States, and we love
Thank
it. We watch it. So thank you so much. And
you.
I look forward to chatting with you again in the future. We got to do something.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you coming on here.
You too. Now, joining me Thursday, Fashion Dolls, we have Ethic the John. He is coming back to the dollhouse. And Friday, we have Tyrone Betters. He's going to be joining me as well, too. So make sure you guys stay tuned. No show tomorrow, and you guys can catch up on the previous episodes in case you missed them at Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. Make sure you guys head on over and subscribe, Fashion Dolls, so you can check out some of the previous shows, the previous season, and my previous interview, my very first interview that I did with Collins. You'll see what I was saying when I told him where he was talking about the drama and fashion. You'll see that in that first interview.
Yeah.
So you can relive the moment, definitely. But I love you all. I want you guys to be safe, and remember, do it boldly, be daring, be fierce, and more importantly, be confident. I love you all, Fashion Dolls. Take care, and I will see you guys Thursday. Take care, everyone.
All right, Stevie. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.